Hey beautiful people, it's Liza's Love Tarot. I mainly read for the Divine Feminine, tracking the soulmate cycle. So I am an energy reader and I read energy based on astrology, tarot, and many other things. But I will be using astrology and tarot. That being said, I'm not a tarot reader or an astrologer, so you may see me doing different things than they normally would. You're here for a reason, so whatever resonates, take it, dive into it. If it doesn't, leave it at the door. I did turn off the comments to keep the energy clean, but if you want to chat or, get some, regular messaging, you can always follow me on Twitter with Liza's Love Tarot. There's a link in the description below to that, and sometimes there will be the links to extended readings if I feel like I can dive in deeper. The extendeds will be just as long, if not sometimes longer, and new information where I dive in, ask more deeper questions, this, that, and the other. So check that out when you see it. That being said, I read for the Divine Feminine. While we both have Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energies in us, I try to focus on the Divine Feminine energies, the things that we cannot see, because I find that sometimes it's hard to navigate life, and that's why I'm here. I can see those energies. I've been seeing them since I was a kid. I've been reading these energies since I was a kid. My life has been crazy because of it. And, I started to just trust myself, trust my intuition, and the next thing I knew, I was seeing and hearing and getting confirmation on all of the stuff that I used to think and people would deny. Sometimes it took days, sometimes it took hours, sometimes it took months or years to get confirmation on some of this stuff, but it never fails. So now I do energy readings to help people like you. So let's get started. Today is, I'm so excited. It is the monthly overview for November. I'm going to read for all the signs. That being said, I believe that everybody has the entire zodiac in them. I do not read for sun, rising, and moon. For sure, you could use my videos for that if you'd like. But if you want to get the most out of these readings, I suggest you listen to all of them, or at least, pay attention to all of the signs, because a lot of stuff is going to resonate for you. Just because your sun is in Aries doesn't mean your Mars isn't in Cancer, or your Mars isn't at a Cancer degree. And sometimes these tiny details make all the difference. As they say, the devil is in the details, and I'm here to suss the devil out. So not Mars. Why am I saying Mars? Maybe Mars is important. November. We are just coming out of October. Y'all, the energies are amazing this October month. I know a lot of people have been going through a lot of things, but I already have it out here at the bottom of the deck. This is I did a small pre-shuffle. I didn't really meditate too much on it. But we have the Eight of Pentacles, and I don't know if you can see that smug little smile on her face, but she's excited. She is collecting. She is nurturing the plants that she has. The sun is shining on those pentacles. If you've been putting in the work like I know you have, this month is going to be phenomenal. So let's jump into it. Okay, let's remember the Eight of Pentacles energy. It's going to be a phenomenal month. So I'm going to go through all of the signs. And right off the bat, we've got the Three of Cups for Aries. Woo! Aries, I know over the past few months you've had your foot on someone's neck. Someone has been doing some things. But we've got the Three of Cups, which is kind of like reconciliation. Not completely, but I mean, look at this. They're celebrating. My throat chakra is just going off all of a sudden because they're celebrating. I feel like someone's coming in to say something that they haven't said as of yet. I feel like, ooh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clarify this. So I use this deck specifically. It's the Lightseers deck, I believe, right? Lightseers, yeah. It's a Lightseers deck, and I love using it for the shadow masculine energy. So I have the Seven of Pentacles, and I believe that is for you right there, Aries. I feel like whoever is coming in for you, whoever, like, I do readings for twin flame journeys, soulmates, so it's about to get a bit romantic up in here. Okay, I feel like this person's coming back. Can you tell how giddy I'm getting? I feel their energy, like they're literally right up on me, and I'm excited by it. But let me see, because I feel like, yeah, see, look, I feel like a lot has been going on. They're coming in, but they're coming in with a lot of stress, and you feel giddy about it. Like, how I just told you, I waited sometimes months, years, days, you know, whatever have you, for confirmation on things. I feel like for you, this is going to be heavy confirmation on all of the things that you knew going on behind the scenes that this person was not telling you about. I feel like they've been putting in the work and working through it. But I mean, remember the beginning energies. You were Eight of Pentacles. That means you're ahead of the curve on this shadow masculine. But I feel like either they're just now starting to realize that. I mean, look at those crows starting to be transformed into the white ones, or maybe they were white and they're being transformed into these black crows. You know, the story of Apollo's crow when he sent it to like spy on his girlfriend. That's what's telling me. I feel like your divine shadow masculine. Let's just call him the shadow demon. I feel like the little shadow demons that have been following us around and causing havoc in lives, right? I feel like whomever this person is, and I will use some binary terms, but by no means is this binary. I just like to tell a story. And so use the story however it means to you, because these are energies. They are not necessarily people, but I'm going to say him, just let you know. So I feel like whoever this is, he was lying. He was lying about how he felt. He was lying about what was going on in his life. He was lying about everything and tried to make it seem like you obviously didn't, like you were just crazy. Whatever hunches you were picking up. See, even like sometimes you would say the wrong word and he'd just zone in on that. Like, see, you don't know what you're talking about. And it really did trip you up. It tripped you up and it put you in that Nine of Swords energy before, but now, because you moved on, you left, you've been working on yourself, now they're in that Nine of Swords energy. Now they're upset about the shit that they were saying. They're upset about the fact that they slept on you. They slept on you, and look at him trying to grow his little ass plant. You're in the Eight of Pentacles. Your plants are big. I would go through this deck. The Lovers. I wanted to keep flipping over this deck over and over and over again. The Lovers. You're in the energy of Gemini. I'm a twin. I love myself. I love myself, so you can't tell me shit about me. This guy, I feel like he used to tell you, oh, I see things in you that you don't see in yourself. No, fuck no. Fuck that. No, I see myself, bitch. Like, excuse the fuck out of me. You're allowed to see different parts of me that maybe other people don't see, but I know myself. And they tried to make you second guess that. And that puts you in that Eight of Pentacles. You were like, I'm second guessing myself. I don't like that. I'm going to go back, look at myself, reflect, and step into myself. And you did. And you're the Eight of Pentacles. Meanwhile, there's Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, crying because they have no idea what the fuck they were talking about, but they wanted to pretend like they did. And we're not having it. Ooh, I guess I'm going out together. Taurus and Gemini energy. That really wanted to come out fast and together. So we're going to read it together. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. Hold on a second. Was that the Eight of Pentacles before? Because it was not. It was the Nine. I was reading the energy. It was 9. You see what I mean? You are going to realize in this conversation, this Three of Cups, the reason why you're feeling good is because Aries, and this is just going to be the energy for the whole thing, not just Aries, but for the whole reading of November. So pay attention to this. You're going to realize that you are working even harder than you thought. You know, when you're stressed, you procrastinate, you really give your all to something, you stop sizing yourself up between yourself and others, and so you really start to hone in on what you're doing, and you have no idea how far ahead of the race you are. You're so far ahead, you think that you're with everyone because you've lapped them. That's how far ahead you are. So keep going. Okay, so Taurus. Taurus, we've got the Two of Pentacles. You guys are perfectly balanced. I feel like she is on top of the world right now. And I want to say, let's look at the unseen energy of what's going on with Taurus. So because this is balanced, but we have water in the back. Do you see on this card? I love this deck. But on the back of the deck, she's got a ton of water back there. So she's balancing out her emotions, and the emotions are massive in November. So do not get confused between you and someone else. And guys, remember, we're going to read this. It's not just Aries Sun, Taurus Sun. No, it's Aries energy. This is the beginning of the month, or things that we can expect towards the beginning when we take action, things that we can expect in our intention, things that we can expect in other people's intentions, not just Aries. So Taurus is things that we can expect of our desires, other people's desires, when others desire us. Nah, that kind of. I'll get into the the nitty gritty between that and Scorpio energy. But this one is all about your personal garden, and you figured out how to balance your emotions with your environment, and you are thriving. And I want to say this because I'm going to use the Untamed to clarify this one. And that's because off the bat, I just feel like this is emotional energy. And again, this wants me to look at the Daughter of Pentacles, first of all. Somebody who is studious. You have been working hard, ma'am. And I know that I used a very gender specific term. That's not what I mean, but I'm talking about that divine feminine energy, because either whether you're a guy, whether you're a girl, whether you identify as non-binary, whatever you are, whatever you were born with, your divine feminine energy, I'm talking to her, just to use that term. And everybody has a her in them in that way, okay? So, man, you have been working so hard on balancing this out. You're at the Daughter of Pentacles state. So, in your physical environment, you may be feeling like you're just balancing things, but what you're giving off energetically right now is Daughter of Pentacles energy. Someone who is putting in the work at learning, being studious, really learning and digging up information. And not only that, but you're also putting that information to work. Seven of Pentacles. This is what's going on behind the scenes. Do not let up, Taurus energy. Ooh. So guys, this may be happening towards the first week, the middle of that first week. Just think if this is first week energy for the most part. We've got Gemini here with the Eight of Pentacles, somebody who is working hard. And of course, I am going to clarify with, these two energies. And I decided to do that without even talking about the Eight of Pentacles. I love it. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles with Gemini, you guys have been thinking. I feel like Gemini energy has been having a run for its money ever since Mars entered Gemini. Honestly, what was that? Earlier, middle of last month, I'm going to say, or earlier this month, no, middle of last month, around then. And that's because Gemini energy, a lot of people don't understand how fast it moves and how hard it works. Gemini, yes, is fickle. Yes, it moves around, but Gemini is always moving, always looking at new things, always searching for inspiration. When Mars moves into that energy, that is your intent. Your intent is to find new things, to go to new places, to do new things. This, your soul is asking you. I love using this deck, Fuego. Tarot del Fuego. Love it. But I love using this deck to talk about our soul energy and what's going on in the soul. And, ooh, I just heard, did you hear that? It was a big, like, bang. Ba-bang. Anyways, your soul really wants you to stabilize these thoughts. King of Pentacles, ground them. Remember that when you have a thought, you've got to ground. I love this. This girl who does like string theory and quantum physics talked about this, and I love the way that she put it. But you have to pull your thoughts into time. That means you have to take action on them. So for instance, if you want to win the Nobel Prize one day, you've got to take action towards that, right? If you want to win the Nobel Prize, like for quantum physics, say, you can't go off and write a poetry book. I mean, you could, but it's not going to push you towards the quantum physics aspects. But if you pick up a physics textbook, or you pick up like the leading, a book by one of the leading persons in quantum physics, that's pulling you in the direction of pulling this idea, this goal that you have into time. So that's how we do it, by stabilizing the energies. And this is telling me with this King of Pentacles here, look at that little devil riding that coin. And it's with so much fire. Your soul is saying, we can grab these coins, but we've got to crunch this into time. Meaning you've got to take action on the ideas that are coming in, but in a stable, solid way. So I feel like you guys have a lot of different things that you're working on right now. A lot of different options. Excuse me, Lana Del Rey. That's not her name, but her name is Lana. She loves interrupting. Okay, but I feel like your soul is saying, please bring these into time, these ideas. get rid of all of these crazy ideas that you've got that you're not really interested in. And you're going to know that because every time you have to do it, you're dragging ass. You don't want to do it. You're, you feel obligated for one reason or another. You've got to remove those as best as you can. And if you cannot remove it, make marginal efforts throughout the week or throughout the month with those things that you can do the bare minimum that you need to get by. So, you know, like when you set when you set a schedule or set it and forget it, like do something like that if you can with those particular items. And if you can get rid of it and focus and put all of that energy into stabilizing the solid ideas that you have, the ones that you know are gold, okay? Let's get Cancer really quick. Oh, the Sun. Cancer. We've got the Divine Masculine. I'm going to use the Light Seers deck really quick to see what is going on with them and this particular energy. Because Cancer rules our feelings, right? The moon, everything that is unseen, the forces that propel us throughout the storyline that is our life. And you're at the end, the Sun. I feel like we're coming to an end of a soulmate cycle. I know a lot of you are feeling it. I know a lot of you have moved on from your twin flames, have moved on from those soulmates who kind of did you dirty and didn't really come in. I feel like they're coming in anyways, but I'm not sure, you know, with this Aries energy over here, what their intent is. Like, because are you coming in just because you're upset? You're upset that you lost out on this person who is so divine, who's balanced. Like, yeah, you know what you lost. Of course you're sad. But does that mean that we just go around and say, well, come back in since you know what you've lost? I mean, maybe. It depends, right? You have to use your best judgment in that instance. But most of all, you have to make sure that you know it doesn't matter what you choose. You're empowered. You're empowered to say, you know what, if I choose to let you back in my life, you will lose access the moment you are doing something that is not deserving of me. I'm empowered to say that. I can forgive you. I forgive. I always forgive. And here, yeah, we can be friends again. We can be lovers again. But the moment I ask you a question and you shut down, you're unable to work through things. And it's not necessarily to say when someone needs a little bit of time, right? Sometimes people need time to process their emotions and their feelings. But have you communicated that to me? Do I know what's going on? Do I feel safe in this interaction? Or do I feel like I'm walking on eggshells? Do I feel safe to tell you how I feel? Or do I feel like you're going to walk out the door? Because if I feel like you're going to walk out the door, if I feel like I'm on eggshells, if I have a fear, then I'm going to do it anyways, because we don't in this house, within Liza's house, we don't do fear, okay? We do fearless. We recognize fear as an invitation to either change, to confront, or to reflect, okay? So we don't do the whole, I'm fearful, I'm just gonna stay here and hopefully someone else will absolve me of these fears. No, we absolve ourselves of fears. And I feel like with Cancer here, our feelings, what is unseen here, especially in the soulmate cycle, we're coming to an end. But not just any kind of end, because the 9 is more so an end. The 10 is like that wheel turning, right? 10 is very much Capricorn feels, lessons, the karmic cycle. And so our soul is moving on. For those of you who felt like you could not detach from someone, you're detaching. 6 of Wands. Hold on, I'm so sorry. What did we say? Couldn't even plan it better. 6 of Wands, you're detaching. And it's victorious. You're going to feel victorious about this. Okay, let's see. We've got Cancer and Leo with the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm so sorry. The 4 of Pentacles. Why is it with these Pentacles I keep getting switched up? Isn't that wild? The fact that I looked at this and I saw, and with the 8 as well, I'm getting this feeling that we're going to be really surprised to find out who we are in a little bit this month. Like our environment is going to be shifting and moving so much that we're going to look around and things are just different. Because Pentacles, they're all about the environment. It's all about your physical environment, your personal garden. So your home, right? Your outer one, your community, and then the wider one at scale, the globe, right? nation, globe, goes out and out. It's fractals. But these things are going to be changing, and we're seeing that. I mean, all you have to do is turn on the TV or go on TikTok, go on Twitter, look at the news and see what's happening. People will tell you all day long everything is shifting. And I mean, especially if you go on TikTok and some very special places, a lot of people feel like they're shifting in and out of different realities. So I feel like that is a big message, especially because Leo is the energy of divine creation. Leo holds the sun, our creator, the one that gives life, right? Life to not only our physical reality with the Four of Pentacles, but all of the other realities as well. Because that's where we are pulling. They're all pulled towards that Leo, that sun energy, pulled towards creation. So, that is to be said. The Four of Pentacles, though, we have stability here twice, and I love that. But Leo, and Leo energy. Let's talk about the inner child, because let's see where Leo's mind is at on this cycle. Because, wow, I feel like Leos have been going through it when it comes to their twin flames, their divine energy. I'm starting to feel like my, I don't want to say drained, but it feels like there's just a lot of pressure somewhere over my nose. Yeah, moving on, Six of Blades. But okay, we'll take two. We got the Emperor there too. So I feel like with stability though, Leo, comes moving on, which we have the Six. I mean, look at these repeating energies, the many different pentacles on here, but the four repeating, the six repeating, but you're moving on. And Leo, I feel like you don't feel like this is as gratifying and as winning as it actually is, or at least you don't think it. You may feel it, right? Like with, especially with this Cancer energy over here, you may feel like it's actually gratifying, but it's like you can't wrap your mind around it. And that happens sometimes when you're moving on, especially from someone you love. It's so difficult because sometimes you're nostalgic about it. And remember, the six is nostalgia in so many different ways, especially the Six of Cups. I mean, if we get the Six of Cups coming up at any time, then we definitely know that that is spot on. But the Emperor is here to say, be empowered, empower yourself. That's what this moment of stability is so that you could step in your power, step away from what was and step into your power. Step away from them thoughts, step away from what other people have said, what they haven't said, and step into your power, because you are the creator of your world. So stop trying to create your world with people who don't want to be in it. We've got the 5, 6, 7 of Cups. She is so into herself, and I love it, because Virgo is honestly the forest for the trees. If you ever get lost in life and can't tell the difference between this or that or what's going on, or you get stuck just staring at something very minute, ask a Virgo. A Virgo will look outwards because, they hang on the axis of Pisces, so they can look at the everything and they can look at the details. I do feel like, though, and I need to say this, contracts, anybody who has anything to dealing with contracts, please get someone to look at it. I just feel like that's very specific for one person. But let's get back to the soulmate cycle. Virgo, and this whole, let's think of this as the second week of November. This Virgo-esque energy, there's a lot to look at here. You have so many different options, and it feels good because I feel like you have options because so many people are entertaining you. Like, you are the prize. You're the prize that they all want. Let's see. I'm picking up the shadow masculine deck. My lights here, because I feel like, 5 of Pentacles. But or 5 of Cups. I'm so sorry. I just said Pentacles again. What is that? But 5 of Cups. But it is reversed. Oh. They're coming back. They're coming back because they know what they lost, and they're hoping to reverse that. They're hoping so bad to reverse it. But I mean, are we really gonna let them in? I don't know. 2 of Pentacles. Look at that. We've got this again, this whole balancing act. What is going on? The energies are they just keep reverberating the same thing, and it's that you are empowered. And I think this person is also coming into it. So I feel like you should at least hear what they have to say, because you know, before I was like, of course you know what you lost over there in the first week. Of course. What I really want to say, especially because of that Libra energy and the fact that you're not Libra. Ooh, but I said Libra. It's the justice aspect because, but it's Virgo. Ooh, okay. Let me show you what I see. Y'all, I feel like whatever is set up here, especially in that first week, your response needs to be, let me think about it. Please do not rush to say something. I feel the fact that I keep saying it, I feel like you guys are in such good energy, right? That it can mask whatever is going on that other side. It can mask how the divine, or I should say our shadow masculine feels. It can mask that. And because you're so empowered, because you feel so good, your energy is going to empower them when you're talking to finally say what they have to say, or at least to own up to what they're trying to own up to. And they may feel worthy, but the thing is okay, well, let me think about it. How do you feel in this second week though? Because once I step away again and take my energy with me as I go to think about it, are you going to fall apart and start acting crazy? Are you going to, I feel like this is a test period. And you know how I said for somebody, please do not sign a contract, at least get somebody else to look at it. This is what I'm saying. The key phrase, let me think about it. That is a life lesson, y'all. So please take that into consideration for your life in general. If you ever are doing something and you're in a situation and you feel overwhelmed with feeling, whether it's good feeling or bad feeling, go ahead and say, let me think about it. I mean, unless it's knockout, feels good, you've already you've done your due diligence already and stuff, you know, obviously go with your gut, right? Go with that feeling. But if you ever feel uncertain, if you ever feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm just a little intoxicated right now, like I'm just geeking on the energy. Do I actually feel this way? If you have to ask yourself that, just say, let me think about it. And don't think about it. Just go home. That's supposed to give you the space. Give you space. And then just ask. Just throw it up there in the air. Let me see a sign. Just throw me some signs about what I should do in this situation, or throw me some signs about how I feel truly about the situation, or, you know, make this clear for me. And just start paying attention to your everyday life. Start seeing the synchronicities between that conversation and other things coming up. Like, for instance, you'll be, don't be so rude. I feel like this is a sign here. Why are you being so rude? But don't, for instance, you'll be watching like a movie or something like that, and all of a sudden someone in the movie says something that happened in that conversation, and then in the movie everything goes terribly wrong. Take that into consideration. Ask yourself. Don't be fearful or anything like that, but lean into it. Lean into why you notice that, because there's something there. So, I feel like this is saying you need to think about it, because this person really knows what they lost, and I can't tell if they are truly balanced. I mean, the Two of Pentacles would say that they are, but sometimes the Two of Pentacles is us trying to become balanced, trying to juggle it. And I mean, it's a little bit different than your Two of Pentacles up here. You've got balance between earth and water. That's a growing garden. There's a lot of red on this, which tells me this may be an arid place. Nothing may be growing. Or maybe they're trying to balance their thoughts with their soul. You know what I'm saying? But they still need time to do that on their own. Ooh, Libra. Libra, we've got the Four of Cups. Somebody is caught up. So I feel like, if we're going to go on to this, I'm honestly saying, I feel like as you think about whatever this offer is, whatever they came back in with, you may not, let's look at the light seers, because you may not be that interested in it. Right at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Didn't I say that earlier? Five of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at that. I already saw it. I wasn't going to not take that because I saw it. Five of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like for my Libras out there, don't be panicked. But I do feel like whatever was being offered there, you're not feeling it. There's something lying underneath there that just feels like it's lacking. And so this Five of Pentacles tells me that this person, they know what they lost, but do they have what it takes to get it back, right? Like, for instance, someone can know that you are the bee's fucking knees, fumble the ball massively, right? Like, come on, we know you're a bad bitch. And we know how people know exactly how to fumble that ball. They question you. They don't take what you say at face value. as soon as you notice that something's off and say something, they gaslight you and say, oh, no, maybe it's just you. Until you're sitting there like, well, I was fine, but I don't know now. And then something comes up, they make up issues or problems, or they're constantly causing issues or problems, and then blaming you for, correcting them for treating you improperly, right? If that happens and this person comes back because you left, right? Or maybe they left you. I honestly feel like in a lot of these cases, these men left you. Men, whoever, right? This divine or shadow masculine, I want to say, because they're not acting divine. But the shadow masculine left you. You became your own emperor. This is you. This is your energy totally right here. You became your own emperor. You said, if you can't be one, I'm an empress. If you can't be one, then I will. You walked away, became your own emperor. Okay? With that being said, no. Boundaries, miss. Exactly. With that being said, when you become your own emperor, they notice. I'm sorry, nobody's going to look at you, regale you down as empress and emperor, divine union. Remember when I picked up the bottom here, we have the lovers? You, divine fucking union. No one's going to look at that and be like, oh, she needs me. No. So but they're going to look at you and be like, wow. Oh my God. Let's say you hit the fucking lottery and you make like millions of fucking dollars and you invest in your business and everything's blowing up and you're helping tons of people. You're saving babies from burning fucking buildings. No one's gonna look at you and be like, oh, well, if only she did like some more. No, they're gonna look at you and be like, wow, she's amazing. Because you are. So of course they're gonna be like, oh shit, I fucking fumbled that bag. What the fuck? What was I thinking? I wasn't. Holy shit. And of course they're going to come back in. I need to get back what I lost. Look at this. There's nothing there. We can say that that's soul energy. Maybe it's thought energy. I don't fucking know, because the bitch only has one fucking bag. Can you imagine? She's like, I have 2 bags for sale. Where's the second bag? Right? I know what I lost. Yeah, I know too, because it's not there. Me, I'm not there. Of course you know what you lost. I'm not there. But why isn't that you could not see who I was when I was there? And now that I've come back into your energy, I'm not so sure that I want to be. Because I have options, bae. I have options, boo. So many. So who says that I need this? Like, do I? We shall see. I don't know about all that, bae. So my thing is I don't know, because you've got somebody who obviously feels left out in the cold, and they also are all sad. I mean, look at her. She's literally in this little nest egg, as big as she is, in thread, and then her heart somewhere. I mean, like what is she doing? She's lost, and she's resting. She's not a bird, but here she is in a bird fucking nest. Like, that's batshit crazy, right? She has to take a rest, because she was climbing this fucking beanstalk or some shit trying to get somewhere, and it didn't really pan out. Maybe you shouldn't have sold your fucking mom's cow for a bean. But they did. And they didn't find the golden goose. They just found an empty nest. I don't know. I feel like for a lot of you, there was probably some willful cheating or fanciful cheating. And I mean, like, this person left you because they thought the grass was greener somewhere else. And then they realized that it wasn't, that actually that they've been barred from everywhere, that, for funny enough, as great as you are, greater than what they even found, right? Because we can even read this as their energy. They didn't find anything. Nothing. They found nothing. Look at these cups pouring out. They've got 2 cups, but they've got 4 cups, but only 2 full of water. The other ones are empty. Nothing is good here. So I feel like you've got just a person who has no idea what the fuck they're doing, and they're just kind of stalled. And you're like, is this what I want? And remember, Libra energy is all about balance. It's all about justice. It's, Queen of Swords. I feel like, as I was saying, that I just needed, I like let my own self guide when I pull and when I move on. And I feel like they're, the universe is laughing with me right now. Like, yes, bitch. Yes. Queen of Swords. This is more Libra energy, but here it is in Scorpio. Scorpio. have we not just gone through an October that felt like a reckoning of sorts? But a reckoning for divine feminine first. Divine masculines getting their reckoning come November. This eclipse season is about to fucking bring them to their knees. This eclipse season, mark my words, between October 25th and November 8th, this is a period of time, whether you see it or not, that these people are not going to get back in their life. This is a very tantamount, very important moment of time for them to make the kind of choices that they need to make to get their shit together. And if they don't, justice comes down. But not any kind of justice, the kind that comes from you. Notice how this isn't the Justice card. This is the Queen of Swords, but she's not bitter. Oftentimes the Queen of Swords, she can be a very resentful, very like detached type person. This person is detached, but with the eye, with intuition. Like, because I see you, motherfucker. Like, no, we're not doing this. Ooh, we're doing divine. Where's pulling for shadow masculine? I keep saying divine. I feel like they want me to say that they're divine. I feel like they want to be so bad. And there's just, the problem is we can want something all day long because they want to be with you at this point. They really fucking do. They really do. They're coming in because they want to be with you because they see who you are. But if you literally treated somebody like shit, wow, I got a lot here. If you treated somebody like shit, right? And you like left and then you realized that you were at fault, wouldn't you want to run right back? Does that mean that you're the person that deserves them and that they deserve you? Like, do you all of a sudden, just because you know what you lost, know how to treat what you lost well? Do you know how to take care of it? You know you lost it. You know what you lost, but you lost it because you didn't know how to take care of it. Do you now know how to take care of it? I don't know. Time can tell, but let's see. 3 of Cups. Ooh, 3 of Swords. Ooh. Y'all, I'm just going to take these cards because they've all fell out at the same time. 3 of Cups. Remember, we got it again. They want to come back for that reconciliation because they broke their own heart. Ace of Swords. They've realized a truth, their own truth in their mind. 4 of Cups, but I don't know. Ooh, I don't know if they feel like they deserve you. I don't know if they're actually, like, they know and they have the information that they fucked up, right? But 4 of Cups and then the Empress. She's not actually paying attention. Look at this. She's not paying attention to her own divine feminine. So this shadow masculine isn't taking in the reason why they're in shadow masculine, which is like a very highly toxic, it's like going overboard in masculinity, right? Is because you're not putting into divine feminine. That's how you end up in the shadow aspect, because they're running from the feminine. And they're still running. So, I mean, as much as, and I feel like I know a lot of y'all, I can feel it already, where you're just like, oh, I mean, why can't they just get it together? Look, I need you guys to realize that you don't need these people like that. And I don't mean that you don't need people in your life. What I'm saying is I need you to realize that if you create that void for someone to come in, the universe will fill it, okay? I need you to realize that you don't need to lower your standards for someone else to finally be able to pay the bill. Please don't starve yourself so someone can say they could afford to feed you. They clearly can't because you're starving. They can't afford to feed you. So allow someone who can afford to then take you out to eat. Until then, take yourself out to eat. Until then, feed yourself. Feed yourself. That way you know what it feels like when someone else isn't feeding you. You'll know what it feels like to love yourself. You'll know what it feels like to wake up. I mean, like, go get a fucking vibrator and know what it feels like to make yourself fucking, you know, like, go fucking buku crazy. Then you're gonna know what it feels like when someone else can't. That's what I'm telling you. When you know what it feels like, when you do it for yourself, don't make excuses for, oh, well, they can't because no. And if someone's willing to learn, look, trust and believe. There are men who are willing to learn how to pleasure a woman when it comes to sensual desires, material desires, mental desires, and spiritual desires, okay? But you have to know what it's like to be full in those areas. Page of Swords. You have to know what it's like to be full in those areas before you ask someone else to, okay? So, let's move on. Page of Swords, we just did Scorpio. We're in the Sag. Whew. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8. I am moved to complete it. Why? Let's see. I feel like the energy is coming through to say something. Because they're like, no, put the whole thing down. Okay, Page of Swords for Sag energy. Look, this is you. I feel like maybe you were a bit nervous to, like, you know, tell this person back here, you know, you have that Queen of Swords energy. Maybe you were a bit nervous to say, look, no. Maybe you discovered this was going on here where they just don't have it, but you've got the courage to do it. 3 of Wands, you're setting sail somewhere else, baby. The Hierophant, you're guiding yourself there. An Ace of Wands, new inspiration and or a new soul partnership. Look at that. New soul coming through, whether that's through the idea, whether that's through a link, so to speak. Okay, we've got Justice here. Whew. And the 4 of Wands. Okay, so normally I use this for shadow masculine, but I'm being told that this is divine masculine here. So, okay, so someone, and this could be the case. Okay, I'm getting this 2 ways. There could have been someone who was shadow masculine. Maybe you have multiple partners here. Maybe you have multiple people. Remember back here, she's the 7 of Cups. She's got options. Maybe there is somebody that you started off a little negative with, and you were like, bitch, you belong in the shadows. Be gone, demon, right? And then there might have been someone that you were really close with who just up and left. Either you got a divorce, or you ended a partnership, or it was a situationship and they ghosted, whatever. But you knew one person for a long time, and then you knew another person for a very short time. And the person that you knew for a short time, you're like, I don't know if I'm feeling it, because I got weird vibes from them because they argued with me. Like they just triggered you in some way, shape, or form. Now listen, that person may actually be divine masculine, and they triggered you because you two are just not incompatible, but just different than each other, right? Like you can be compatible, like, you know, they say opposites attract, or, you know, someone who's extroverted and introverted, you know, like the archetype between the happy, like, go lucky one and the one who's like broody all the time, and they just make a cute romantic duo. It could be something like that, where Justice is coming in to balance out whatever issues you were having, and then the 4 of Wands says celebration, like you guys can come together. So it could be that you're shadow masculine after you say, hey bitch, you clearly don't know how to treat me while I was gone. What makes me think you know how to treat me while you're here? Maybe they took that to heart. Maybe they took what you said to heart, because you said it from a place of empowerment with that Queen of Swords back there. The underlying energy, right? When you say what you gotta say, shit balances out. Or this could just be that your own divine masculine comes into play and balances that out for you. Like what I was saying before. Ooh, let's look at the energies behind Capricorn, which... Ooh, I'm not going to do this one. Okay, we're doing this one over here. Let's hear what Mini-Me has to say. 2, right off the bat. 7 of Blades and the King of Blades. Wow. Okay. So look, you set course, right? You're like, I'm moving on. We're doing something different. I've got a plan, and I'm putting it into action, and I'm just waiting to see how this comes out. Someone tries to steal something from you, but don't worry about it, because you catch it. Not only do you catch it, but it is cleared before it even gets to you. Now listen, this is minor arcana. It's not major, so it's not complete divine intervention. You will have to do something. So I feel like this is really in tide. If we're talking about, listen, if we're talking about the story of the soulmate, right? Look at this little serpent swooping through. If we're talking about that, then we really have to focus on the fact that when you call shit out, good shit happens to you, because you catch somebody in a lie. If this person tries to pretend, if you don't call this out, and then you go into this energy, right, but you haven't said anything over here, but you know, everything's all fine and dandy, then when this happens, you're going to be angry with yourself, and you're going to leave. Okay, but you're going to know that they stole, and you're going to move on. I don't want to say that you'll be angry with yourself, but you will be if you just like let it happen. But if you call it out, if they say, hey, I do know how to take care of you, I have put in the work, I have put in the time, and they do it, and it doesn't matter what the fuck happens after that, you know how to handle it. So they could come in. Look at the little ghost. Little ghost coming back in. This should be the shadow masculine, right? A little ghost. But this is our ghost coming back in, trying to get something, leaving behind 2 swords, nothing but fucking confusion after a fight. And then you say, I'm sorry. What? I'm gonna hold you back to what you said over here. What did you say? And we get the Hierophant. Ooh, we're picking up for the soul. Let's see, because Aquarius energy. So let me back up just a little bit. This Capricorn energy here is all about karma, all about the lessons, all about time, timing. Ooh, I'm going to say it one more time. Timing, and not the Hierophant, twice. Holy shit. Okay, so look. With the Hierophant here in your physical, you are your guide. Your soul is guiding you. Your soul is guiding you, and you are guided. You cannot forget that, because the 8 of Cups is here. Now listen, normally the 8 of Cups is all about leaving behind something and things are sad and all that kind of stuff. But look, these cups are fixing what was. So you have a real opportunity here in November with this Aquarius energy going towards the future. You have a real opportunity to reconnect with yourself. You have a real opportunity here to rebuild what was previously broken. Now, is that because the divine masculine or your shadow masculine comes in and, you know, your little ghost ass bitch, bruh, comes in with apologies and can do something and gets his shit together? Maybe. Is it because you curbside that shit and, you know, say, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me. Is it because you do all of that and move on with your life? Maybe. The point is that you're guided either way. For some of you, it's going to be one thing. For a lot of you, it's going to be another. I almost want to say 60% of you are going to move on. And I know that probably sucks to hear, but you've got to ask yourself, why does it suck to hear that I'm moving on to greater things? Because if it sucks to hear that, then you're not standing in your Empress energy. You're not in your Empress energy. This is your shadow masculine holding you back. Whether that's projected onto the person or you yourself in your own endeavors. So when I say 60% of you are moving on, you're going to have nothing to do with this person, and you don't feel, okay, just neutral. You don't have to feel good about it. If you feel good about it, then you're just standing in some Queen of Wands energy where you're just trying to hype yourself up, which, I mean, do what you got to do, but still. But if you don't feel neutral, like, okay, well, you know, either way, it's fine. If you don't feel neutral, I need you guys to get neutral, because you have such a great opportunity to build yourselves here. Okay, let's get into the last energy of Pisces. And then I'm going to do just quick 3 cards just to see what is happening. Oh, not the Ace of Wands. And then the Ace of Wands in reverse. I need clarification on that, because Pisces, with the Ace of Wands, it tells me that there is something inspiring coming in from the collective consciousness. Like something is shifting in the collective consciousness on a solar level. But we've got the Son of Cups. So, okay, but as far as things go unseen, it could be that there is an opportunity here on a solar level that we just do not see. I feel like that's what this is saying. Okay, girl, hold on. I will let you in a minute. And it is directly related to this Son of Cups energy. Now listen. You've got to date yourself. That's what I'm hearing. You've got to pour into your own cup. You've got to give to yourself, because the energy is here. The energy is here in the universe to pour into you. Something is coming. Something wants to come to you. Something is moving towards you. But you've got to realize that there is an opportunity. You've got to realize that you can rebuild yourself, that you are guided. You've got to do that, because when this comes in, it's going to seem like it's not. This is what it's telling you, that it's unseen. Okay, 3 quick cards for all of November, because this is a lot of energy. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos for November. I'm doing one for every sign, of course. Ooh, 3 cards. I asked for 3 and they gave me 3. Whew. Okay, again, Page of Cups. I feel like we got the Page of Cups before, didn't we? No, we have the Page of something else. But the Ace of Pentacles, we have some aces on On the board here, we have all of them actually, I think. Wands, cups. No, we didn't have the cups. Okay. So we've got the 6 or the 9 of swords. So I know that a lot of you, and you've really, 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 really got to take the time out to think, stay empowered. If something pulls you out of a state of empowerment, please remove yourself. Say, hey, give me some time to think. Or, I got to go home, make up an excuse. I don't care what you've got to do, but you've got to remove yourself, build yourself up, be delusional this month if you need to. And by that, I mean be aware of your surroundings, but please realize that you need to reprogram whatever you've got going on, because if you feel disempowered, you will not catch this energy. Whatever is coming in will just stand there waiting, and we do not know how long that's going to wait, because the universe waits for no one. We are on a ball hurling through space, spinning around a fireball hurling through space. It waits for no one, okay? So I need you to get empowered. Ace of Pentacles, there is an opportunity coming in. It is so good. It feels so good. This opportunity feels amazing. And I know a lot of people are picking up on this energy, but guys, the opportunity feels so good. Whatever is coming in, please, please, please get empowered, because I need you to get creative. I need you to get into that creative space. I need you to hear yourself. Be anonymous if you need to be. Just go out and do the things that someone else said you couldn't do. And I swear to God, you will be pouring into your own cup. It looks like she's painting her own cup. Do you see that? She is painting her own cup. She's not waiting for someone else to give it to her. She's making it herself via that creative energy, by pouring into herself, by expressing her emotions. Cry if you need to, whatever comes up. Guys, this is your November forecast, especially for your soulmate twin flame journey. We're going to get into things all month. We've got Mars going retrograde on the 30th. I'm doing a Halloween video because the energies feel wild that day. It's a day of liberation. Come back for that. I'll be doing one for each sign. Please, please, whatever you do, I just really need to reiterate, you are a bad bitch. Step in your power. Guys, I will see you next time. TTYL. Ta for now. Bye.